Yo, what's up, guys? Happy Saturday. I'm only streaming Saturday because, oops, hold on. I'm only streaming Saturday because I still gotta work on Astro. But, what's odd right now is my connection is just, like, weird. I'm looking at my bitrate. I don't know if it's my connection or if it's Twitch. I mean, I think it's working on your side, too. But I'm just looking at my bitrate and it is hopping. I haven't seen this in a long time. And I just hit 0. Nice. So, we'll see how this goes for the night. We'll go through the first couple. Hopefully it settles, because we're gonna do a new game later. And, someone will have to hopefully remind me to do a local record so it doesn't get borked. Yeah, my bitrate is just hopping between, like, 3000 to 6 to 0 and all that stuff. I'm looking at it. So I guess it'd be time to bust out the old playlists. The classic... Where's my 8-bit playlist? Let's do the classic 8-bit playlist tonight, until it settles, shall we? I haven't used that playlist. So, for people who haven't been here when I first started streaming, I used to have a terrible connection. We're talking, like, I would disconnect on live, like, at some point during the night, every single day I streamed. It was more of a miracle for me to even go from like beginning to end without something happening. It hasn't happened in a long time, and actually it hasn't happened in a really long time. But today just seems like it's weird. So I'll bust out an old playlist that I actually created to kind of joke around with it, because the streams would look really pixelated. And so I'm like, okay, well let's just make a playlist of songs that are like 8-bit, like little chiptune versions of music, to match the bit rate that we have. So that's the playlist we'll play for a bit until I see things going on. Oh, that's okay. I mean, Saturday is a flex day for me, Wallen, so you don't have to worry. Tina remembers for sure. Yeah, Saturday's a flex day. But I am gonna get the opportunity to try a game later after we set up this 1-50. We're gonna try a game called Stars in the Trash. It's an indie game. I got a code for it. They advertised it as Stray but Disney. It's supposed to be short. It's also it's a demo and it's a beta game, so it might be like really short. So I figured, yeah, this would be a good time to give it a shot. That's what we'll do. Let me hop in. Let's hop in. Let's play the playlist. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Let's play the playlist and then let's catch up with you guys. All right, I see a lot of people in chat. Thank you for being here. Let's get started in, what's my playlist? That's a good volume, yeah? Heck yeah. Okay. Ada, Frodo, hello, Catman. That's a little loud for one. That's too loud. That's good. Okay. Based, Logan, Quad, Los Johns, hello, Willow, Sarek. This run's the run. I hope the one that I already prepped is the run. Disregard, hello. Sade, hello. Variety Day. Yep. After we finish up today, we're gonna do a brand new game that I was given a code for. But we're gonna set this file up first and foremost. My connection got fixed. I hadn't even noticed. It makes sense. Only yeah. So, it happened twofold based. Around August of 2020, they legit fixed the connection. Like, it was an actual problem in their infrastructure, that they were able to finally like remedy, and they did. And then like on and off, I'd get some issues, but it was a far cry from what it was before. Like, you know, it's like, okay, we get a problem like once a month. Like, you know what? I'll take it compared to what I had been suffering before then. But as of maybe the past 3 or 4 months, 5 months, I really haven't even had like a single drop at all during stream. Now, I've had disconnects. That's happened. But not like in the severity that I used to have before. And part of that is because they said that they are going to actually bring in fiber into my area. I don't have fiber. However, I feel like because people are being distributed into the fiber network, it's reduced the load.
Angelus Mimic Bongo Animate Ricardo Flick Sleen Drink Rogo 6 Luling.
Yo, thank you, Jason, for the 20-month support. I appreciate that. Thank you for being part of this community and everything. So I feel like the original problem was the fact that there was too many people on the infrastructure area thingy, and so they've distributed people off to fiber. And granted, I don't have fiber yet. I mean, it still probably makes it a lot better, so that probably has been helping. But like today, I've been looking at it, and right now I'm looking at it right now. It just is not good, and that's very rare. So we'll just go through it. I'll remember to local record, and like I said, if anyone's gonna be here in about 2 hours when we swap games, please remind me, because I want to make sure that when we play that new game, I have a VOD of it. I want to put it up, and I actually want to send it over to the guys who made the game. Be like, hey, yo, I streamed it, you know, stuff like that. So I gotta make sure it's a good video. But I hope you guys are doing well. Fiber's a godsend. Well, they said it's gonna show up in my area. I have to actually I have to do it. Actually, I want to call them maybe like this week or something. To see if that's true. They said 3 months ago. That's what the guy told me. And this was a tech that came in because I had gotten a an offer to upgrade my internet, and it would have ended up becoming cheaper in terms of the monthly fee that I was paying to actually upgrade to this new speed. So they had to come and change the modem. And I asked the guy, I'm like, hey man, any chance you know... Oh wait, I'm at 0. Hold on, I'm gonna wait for it to come back. They're like, hey guys, any chance do you know if fiber's come into my area? And he's like, in about 3 months. Like, a confident answer straight to my eyes. And I'm like, oh, yeah, 3 months? He's like, yep, about 3 months. I'm like, okay, I'll hold you to it. So that was 3 months ago. So I'm gonna probably, you know, call him up, see what's up. And looking at the connection now, it's almost like, well, I guess we really want to have fiber. They promised me there were hot singles waiting for me in my area, but then that never panned out. I hope the fiber... It depends on what you're looking at, and who promised you that. I've been seeing, you know what I see sometimes in Facebook? It's like, what's it? I forgot the name of it. Something. It's like nerd something. And they're like, find nerds in your area. I'm like, oh, okay. Thank you for that. Thanks, Taco. Later. You gotta remind me later, dude. I'm not gonna record this one. I don't care about 1 to 50. Look, if someone out there really has like a massive, like, you know, binge desire to watch my 1 to 50, God bless you. Definitely tell me, because I will make sure that the quality is like, you know, 1440, you know, 4K quality when I upload it to YouTube. But until that day happens, we're just gonna like relax on this, you know. Not gonna worry too much about the quality of this stream. I upload it to YouTube, yes, but you know, I'm not really gonna worry about what it looks like. So yeah, a lot of you guys probably never really heard a lot of the music that's gonna be firing off in this playlist. Probably play it at least for this 10 set. I'm gonna keep looking at my bitrate to see if it... Yeah, it's just... Yeah, as long as it's not settled at 6K, I'm just gonna keep playing this playlist. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. Just got back home from IRL things. Made sure everything was ready to go for later. And I hope everything's ready to go. I haven't opened the game yet. I just installed it. So, we'll see what happens later. It's always gonna be a fun time when, you know, you didn't really test out the content, but, it's okay. I mean, could a Disney game really, like, cause me issues? I mean, it's not a Disney game. Let me make that correction. It's not a Disney game. It has Disney vibes. That's what it is. It has Disney vibes. Did you add Scream? Did I add Scream? What do you mean Scream? Into what? Oh, Scream. Oh, okay. Now I'm on the same page. I got you now. Okay, so I don't really like that song as much as the other songs, so I did not put Scream on the playlist. Also, it's lyrical, and lyrical music sometimes can be a little issue. Although, to be fair, I mean, we have the Shiva song, we have Tsukiyomi, so that's kind of not entirely true. I don't know if people are having issues with the thing. With that song uploading it to YouTube, I don't know that. Oh my god, I see my bitrate, it's at below 1K. Goodness. Welcome to my old streams, guys. Hope you enjoy. Where I'm basically like paranoid about my bitrate. Yes, that is why that emote exists. I never took it out because it's almost like an old relic at this point. But that is exactly why the emote exists. Like back in the early days, I would ask people to use that emote when the stream would be like suffering and just struggling and dying, so I would know, because I wasn't gonna keep monitoring my bitrate the entire time, because that would mean my focus is just not in the game. And then like once I see people use the emote, I'm like, oh, look at the bitrate. Oh, yep, bum. I guess I haven't been home all day, Jason. I haven't been home all day. I just got back and I'm just looking at it now. It was fine yesterday, so I don't know. You feel like you're listening to the Sifu Meeple? Yeah, I remember watching that speedrun of the game. Yeah, the music is, I guess, very similar. But the playlist that I have is Final Fantasy music, generally speaking. It's all like 8-bit versions of the songs, or chiptune versions. And to match the bitrate of the stream, you know, if you're watching a pixelated stream, I'm gonna give you a pixelated music. That was the idea. I have not busted this playlist out for maybe about a year and a half, 2 years. It's been a long time. But I've always had it here. It's always existed. We even have Sunlit Waterscape as a bit song. I'm feeling a bit nostalgic. You know, I added in music to it, Tina, and I never actually and I never got to really play it because like the connection got a little better. But yeah. Thankfully, we're not doing. Hopefully, it recovers tomorrow. But this is extremely rare. I mean, I don't know if anyone can remember the last time we had a problem on stream. I don't. See, look at the guys are like, yeah. I remember the streams. Remember the days of this? Yeah. Well, I sadly remember the days of this too. I wish I didn't have to remember the days of these. But it's okay. It's alright. We're just here to chill. I'm just here to relax. And now that I know I can even local record my stream, it's not too bad. You know, if I really wanted to have a good quality VOD, I can have a good quality VOD. I gotta clean up my hard drive. My hard drive is getting a little overloaded. A lot of videos I've been recording and downloading, and a lot of things that I've been basically just saving on the old hard drive, and it's like, okay, I should probably get rid of some of this. We just felt so bad for you way back, the days of consistent stream. Yeah. Hey, but you know what? You're part of the peoples, everyone, that like were like, nah, you know what? It's not bad. I'll stick with this. You know how much that means to me? Like pretty much anyone with the founder badge, you were the guys that stuck around for all that BS. You know? I completely like of all the things, right? I mean, you would expect going into a Twitch stream or any stream that it would just play. No problems, no nothing. No tech problems, you know? And of course, my problem is that I didn't have connection. Of all the things not to have, it's connection. But you guys kind of just stuck with the stream, so I really appreciate that. You don't need a quality stream to be called. I appreciate that, Blight. But it's more in my head about it, right? Like that's what it is. I feel like I'm not able to put out the best quality, and I like putting out quality. If I'm gonna do something, it needs to be of quality. So just knowing in like a constant situation that I'm not putting out quality is just annoying to me. That's just mostly what it is. Yeah, no, yeah, you're not wrong. You're really not wrong, sadly. It just can't hold. Oh. Not me almost dying. Surprising crappy net. You know, we were happy for a while. No, I'm not so happy. I like my bitrate. But the thing is, I don't... Wait, did I just miss? That totally went off and didn't do damage, did it? Maybe it is me. I was just about to ask, like, I'm not sure if it's my connection or if it's Twitch. Pretty sure it's my connection, though. But I'm not really hiccuping too much. Oh well, it is what it is. Thought it was endgame. No, tomorrow. Saturday, since it's my flex day, Finn, I kind of keep it pretty chill. It's a good thing to keep it chill. Yeah, it is fine. Yeah, true. You can hear me nice and fine. By the way, guys, yo, shoutouts to Mr. Finn. We just introduced him to Team Solo. Although, like I said, you know, if you wanted to check out the link of the team, you can already see all the members. But we introduced him today. He's a fine member of that team, of our team. So, but you know, you guys know Finn already. We just gave him a little badge. That's all. Hey Danjay, what's up, dude? What we had to have for the game during Endforce, though? Yeah, so historically, Blight Panda, when I had those internet issues, I would be fine in game, just not the stream. The stream would be dying, but the in-game was like fine. So it was like tolerable, but still, it's like my brain was thinking like, oh man, I gotta make sure this thing is okay. I gotta make sure like it didn't die on me. I gotta make sure you guys understand what's going on. Like all those little things, you know? So my attention was obviously distributed. But there were times when I would feel it. Like, I can feel connection issues in the game, like, immediately. You just see it in the GCD. Like, even when I slycast, you'll feel it sometimes. There's these little things that you do that really make it, like, connection sensitive. Right now, I haven't really noticed anything outside of that one GCD that seemed to not fire off, but... Malefic 1's so pretty. There's some really weird fetishes there with low shots. A lot of distractions could lead to death, yeah. I did 131, died on the last GCD Behemoth. I think I saw you post on the Discord, yeah? But can't confirm if you have all your abilities and don't get crit by Browbeat, you can kill a monkey with no steel. Yeah, just don't get crit. I mean, what's the big deal? You're right, Patrick, just don't get crit. I don't know why anyone else is concerned, obviously. I'm used to seeing Rune 1 low level. Good old hardcast Rune 1. Oh, it's a mimic. Just don't get crit, it's the secret to fighting a lot of... You know, this is an interesting topic, just to kind of segue it into the thing. Who in chat thinks next Deep Dungeon will have crit? Because I am not sure. I am actually leaning to the fact that they won't put crit in, but then... Maybe they just retain it to how the current Deep Dungeon is and like make it special so it has crit. Like, it's just interesting. Like, I don't know what decision they'll make, you know? You can go either path. I mean, you're obviously going the path of the Stormblood, Shadowbringer, Endwalker with the enemies just don't crit. But then Deep Dungeon is Deep Dungeon. It's always had crit, and they could have... I think they could have made the decision to remove it if they wanted to. But they've kept it in. I think it was Stormblood. I think it's all the way in Stormblood. It's been like 3 expansions. There's been no crit from bosses. Do Whoever's not crit anymore as well? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, Finn. Oh, Low Sean's a good point. Yeah, that's a very good point. I think I would actually think that would be a good thing to be a thing on. But like your normal dungeons, there's no crit, right? When you go into like the new one right now, there's no crit. Do I like crits myself? It makes it very thrilling, that's for sure. That's all. Look, I'm all for this show, man. I like the show. I like the entertainment factor of things. And getting a random ass crit where I have to like panic adjust to things, I find that exciting, but then I'm also very kind of masochist, if you will. So I'm weird. Yo, what's up, Micard? Reset awareness is a roll action. Stormblood, which made it so to not. Oh, okay. So maybe that was Shadowbringers, or maybe during Stormblood. I don't know. I don't know. If they want to make it up, they should find a way to make hiding and line of sight impossible. But I doubt there's a practical way to do so. Well, no, not necessarily Taco. If you wanted to make line of sight impossible, just make everything like Pox in Mimics. You know, like Pox goes through the walls. That is a conscious decision by the devs to make Pox, Infatuation, and Malefic go right through walls. So I mean, if they wanted to do that, they can very well do that. Do I have Benefic? No, I don't. Oh, just DC is done. What's up, Bibtech? How you doing, man? Bibtech, we're back to like retro stream, retro Angela stream right now. I just hope this doesn't stay like this. I want to have a good stream later when we swap games. Hey guys, by the way, we're gonna play we'll do the 3-minute ad after I kill the boss. We've been timing 3-minute ads every time when we kill the bosses, so we'll do a 3-minute after the boss dies. So thanks, Orca. This is what's this? Shiva? This is Oblivion? 8-bit? Yeah, I think it's Oblivion, right? Oh, I didn't get the slide cast off. What happened? I don't know. It's just today's just weird. I don't know. Yo, tequila shots. Oh, I can't do an ad. I'm not gonna do an ad. I don't wanna drop an ad with the new people coming in. No, it's my bitrate is out of control right now. Yo, welcome in. Hey guys, hello. Yo, shout out to Tequila Shots. He's a good friend of ours. Wonderful streamer. Awesome dude. Does a lot of 14 content. Has been doing a lot of other variety games. I know he was climbing up the wait, you're climbing down the Final Fantasy, right? You're going like from top to bottom. Welcome in, guys. My name is Angela Zemas. I usually do Deep Dungeon solo. I've also been dabbling in some variety games and doing some speedruns of specifically Stray on my end. I will apologize right off the bat because my bitrate seems bonkers. And it's been a rare time for my connection to be weird. So I apologize for that if I'm buffering. But welcome in. Hi, how was Witcher 3? Hope you had fun in Witcher 3. How's that game? Everyone says Witcher is such a good game, and also I think the TV show is pretty good. But I've never touched anything of that series. My connection has been super weird today as well. It's just weird. This is very rare for me as of recent. I haven't had this problem in maybe a year. Is my camera broken? What are you talking about? This is my camera. There's something wrong with my face? Should I go wash my face? Yo, what's up, Southerner? Necromancer Southerner, how you doing? Connor, how are you doing? Ava, hello. Alice, hello. Welcome in, guys. I just started streaming. We'll be here for a little bit. Also, so the goal today is that we're gonna do 1 to 50. I'm doing a setup file for Astro, because Astro is so slow. Oh, I'm sorry, it's so fast that we need 3 days to set this thing up. So I use Saturdays, that's kind of a flex day for me. I don't typically stream Saturdays. So we're streaming today just to set this file up for this coming week. To hopefully go for a 200 attempt if I don't clear tomorrow. But after we do 1 to 50, fast show. Yeah, fast show. See that term a lot, fast show. After we finish the 1 to 50, we're actually going to be playing a new game that I got a code for. The name of the game is called Stars in the Trash, and it was advertised to me as Stray, like the cat game Stray. It was advertised to me as Stray but Disney vibes. That was how it was advertised to me. And this game is supposed to release sometime next year. But they were in the Tokyo Games Show. They were selected as like in the indie exhibit, something that they had there. I haven't followed the Tokyo Game Show. But they're like, here. They're like, hey, have a code. I'm like, okay. I will oblige, and I'll try this game out and showcase it to you guys because they were nice enough to give me the code. So we'll do that later. Witcher 3 has been good. It's a big game. Easy 100 hours. Oh, crap. That sounds dangerous for me. I want to thank you so much for... You finally got your Necromancer, Connor! Congratulations! Did you share that in my Discord? You better have. Do I always do floor 1 for score? So, okay, so here's how I know Finn asked me this before, and I'll give kind of the same response. So, in my Heaven on High runs, a little bit off topic, kind of, but it'll circle back to what you asked. In Heaven on High, if you guys have ever watched me do Heaven on High, I will typically do 1 to 100 in a stream, but there are times when I take in like healer or some other jobs and I start at 21. And the only reason I started 21, or if I started 1, literally it's just because of scheduling. That's it. It's just scheduling. It's not because of score. It's not because of any other reason other than can I finish this in one stream. So, in terms of Palace of the Dead, I had always been splitting up the floors from 1 to 121 on one day, and then 121 to 200 on the second day. And kind of like schedule wise, it always kind of worked out that it was like 5 to 6 hours for the first set, and then 6 to 7 hours for the 7th set. So it wasn't about score, it's just my schedule worked really well. Now, the reason why I'm doing a 1 to 50 on Astro is because of all the 18 other jobs that I did prior to Astro, I had always done 1 to 100. So I felt it was just appropriate for me to make sure I did this 1 to 200. But because of how long Astro takes, I tried to work out when I could fit this in, and it worked out splitting this into 3 days. So that's why we stream Saturdays for now, because I do the 1 to 50 on Saturday, and then we continue 51 to 130, and then we do 131 to 200 after that. So that's why. Oh yeah, duh, yeah, my bitrate's hitting 0. It's great. I hope you guys like buffering and pixelated streams, because this is apparently my existence today. It's great. That's why the music is fun. Yo, what's up, Dareban? No problem, Connor. I hope I got all the words out before my stream buffered. I feel like there have been more new Necromancers recently than normal. A lot more. Good. That means we're doing the job. I started my White Mage file and got to 130. Still not used to that size AoE. It's huge, yeah. Yeah, Frodo, if you stand in the middle of a room and you size, you'll hit everything. That's how basically how big it is. It's beautiful. Thanks, Ellie. You know what? It's about time I impressed you. Audio's fine. Yeah, the audio is gonna come out fine. It's just not gonna look good. That's all. Sometimes some people say the audio actually sounds weird, like it gets a little like high pitched or something. But what can I do? But guys, my chat. If you haven't, definitely check out Tequila Shots. Like if you like the vibe over here, very similar vibes, very chill, a good man. You'll really like his streams. So definitely check him out if you haven't already. Doing well. Had a pretty good day today. Did some family stuff. Now I'm just, you know, angry about my connection. But like I said, I don't know if it's my connection. Like I don't know if I should I don't know if it would help me to like start and restart stream, but I don't think so. I went Dark Knight only because people said Behemoth was easy, and after 10 wipes, I at least wanted to kill that stupid wannabe bull. Fist pulled on Dark Knight. So it's good. It's so good in Palace of the Dead and more engaging the warrior for me, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, the thing that I do find a little engaging with Dark Knight, it's your MP abilities, and it does make it more active than warrior at 60. So I'm not gonna argue that. I will just agree with you on that one. Oh yes, I'm hitting 0. Wait, yeah. What's up with my connection, dude? Okay, now it's kind of back, but... If it's like this all night, I'm gonna have to test it tomorrow to see what's up. And not gonna lie, if it's still a problem tomorrow, we might have to divert what I'm gonna do tomorrow. And then I also have to figure out what the problem is. Wargates at 60 is ugh once you get IR. Yeah, it is. I just kind of sucked it up, personally. And honestly, I got used to it, which is odd, in a way, because I really don't like Berserk over IR. But I just got used to it, and I guess I had fun just with the other things Warrior can do with the multiples and whatnot. Also, if you just hopped in, because the stream is pixelated, I actually do have a playlist that I will employ to match the pixelization. So the music you're listening to are probably tracks you haven't really heard on stream, either for a long time or ever before. But I literally had a playlist for times like this. That's how prepared I am. So I hope you enjoy the music. I hope Dark Knight gets better self-sustain in ulti rates too. I guess it depends on what the people need. You know, what are people requesting for in raids, and they'll probably maybe make those adjustments. Remember, it trickles down. I mean, whatever happens in raid, we get it trickled down into deep dungeon. You know, they're never going to adjust for deep. Did I? I did a Malefic and it didn't do anything. I think it's my connection. I saw Malefic animation and I did not see the HP drop. Going well. I'm usually main whenever I see a dark main tank I want to scream. In Savage. Yeah, there was one time, Mr. Connor, that I had a Dark Knight and I was doing like one of the 90 expert dungeons back in 6.0 and he just flat out died on me when I was healer. And I'm like, okay, is this the Dark Knight meme right now? But then I observed what that Dark Knight was doing, and he basically just front-loaded all his defenses. Like, he used everything at the beginning of the pull, and I'm like, okay, I get it. I was Sage, by the way, so I'm like, okay, I get it. So, like, I just, like, light healed him at the beginning, and then towards the end, I started to heavy heal, and it worked out. But it was pretty interesting to see that in you know, in actual real time. I couldn't actually keep the Dark Knight alive. Since you can block the Scream on the floor with shields, can you block the generic rates on... I think the short answer to that, Willow, is if you will negate the damage. Like, the reason why you block the Scream is because you negate the damage. I don't know if you can negate the damage of Scream, because I think it is pretty strong versus the actual boss Scream. So, I don't know the answer to that question. It might be too much for the shielding to take, unless you had maybe Steel on, and maybe you're a Scholar. Wait, you're Sage though, so probably not. If you're a Scholar, I think maybe, but your shields on Sage are not very thick. I've been using Stone 3 cast not deal damage today. I've been having Stone 3 cast not deal damage today. I mean, here's the thing though, I'm looking at my bitrate, Catman, and my bitrate's not good, so it can't just be Deep Dungeon, unless it's another one of the solar flares that you're talking about. You think it's more solar flares that are hitting me? Because maybe it's my turn to suffer? They won't, because mathematically TBN shield is equal to paladin self-healing like clemency, as long as the dev sheet externally requires, the same won't change. Okay. I'm gonna pop raids to test 91s. Okay. Like I said, I know Scream does quite a bit of damage, Willow. And that would be the only reason why it doesn't work. You know this version of this song? Wait, what song is this one? This is, oh, FF9 battle theme. This sounds like this would be like an old NES game. Might be bad enough to melt the power lines off poles. Aw, shit. I know the moon's very big outside. That's the only thing I know about planetary whatever. Man, I miss the 9 battle theme, guys. I can't play the 9 battle theme, the original, because it triggers YouTube. Sad day in the office. Almost sounds like Castlevania, in a way. Oh. My poor bitrate. I just realized I had an alteration, and I'll use it later. Can I say Oni? Can I say Oni-chan? Yeah, I said it. Hey Orca. Can I get any tips when to use Alteration in Heaven on High PoTD? Like, oftentimes I don't know the appropriate time to use it. Orca, what job we are? What job are we for Heaven on High? What job are we for Palace of Dead? And I'm gonna give you a very long answer, so you better be ready, you better sit down, you know? Put down the cutting knife, you know? Drink some coffee, I got a story. Gunbreaker? Okay. For both? Heaven on High and Palace? Willow? That sounds about right. I'm taking notes? Okay. So, let's start with Heaven on High, okay? Because the answer's a lot easier. Okay, so let's start Heaven on High, and then I'll do, I'll go into Palace of the Dead. Heaven on High, easy. You're not overly concerned with mimics as a gunbreaker. Like, you can kill mimics, you can fight mimics, really no problem. Not to mention, you can get past them if you really have to. There's two reasons why. Okay, there's two things that are really good about that. Because of their smaller aggro range versus Palace of Dead, if they end up parking themselves in the middle of a room, you can probably get around them if you don't want to fight them. So there's always a benefit to using an alteration because of that. Because you wanna throw the dice and gamble for Corrigans, right? Because Corrigans is gonna make the rooms just go faster. 3 instant kills, boom, don't have to worry about it. And you have to think of it in the frame of mind of, well, what happens if I get mimics? Well, if you get mimics, if they're dead center of the room, well, you can just avoid them. Just don't have to fight them. Fine. Or you can conceal past them if they're on top of an exit. You know, assuming you have conceals. That's fine. But they're not bad to fight at all. Plus, they can give you a chance to give you some chests. Now, they hit like a truck, but something duly noted is that their HP is not as crazy as it is in Palace of Dead. In fact, the 91 plus mimics in Heaven on High, Jason had done this before in terms of statistics. They actually have the lowest HP of anything in 91 plus. So aside from them hitting like a truck, they would be the fastest thing to kill in 91 plus. Now, as a gunbreaker, because you can interrupt them, that's also one of the things that's good. Is that, you know, you can just not get pocked. So that's one thing that's just good. And basically, when you use them, you generally would use the alteration when you just get an extra one. You get a fourth one, use it, boom. Now, I do end up using it and thinking of it in 81 plus and 91 plus as like a flight, a gamble flight. Because think of it this way, okay? When you do a normal floor, you need 4 to 12 kills 91 plus to get off the floor. If you use a flight typically cuts the amount of kills by half. So that means instead of needing 4 to 12, you need 2 to 6. Now, put in this perspective. If you use an alteration, the most you'll see spawn for a Corrigan in 91 plus is 4. You can see 3, you can maybe see 2, but sometimes you might see 4. So if you see 4 Corrigans show up, well, you're 4 kills into the room. Now you only need, what, 4 to 8 instead of 4 to 12, or instead of, you know, up to 12. You only need a maximum of 8 kills. That's almost like a flight. It's almost cutting the amount of kills like a flight. So you think of it in that situation. Now, of course, again, it's a gamble. So if you get mimics, then you can back up. You can think of it as like, okay, you know what? We got mimics. Maybe this is the floor I nuke. Maybe I petrified this one. Maybe I magicite this one because this floor is ass. well, they have a higher chance of dropping chests, so you might get something back. And that's where you think of it in that way. You're trying to just think of it in a way that it'll give you the most benefit to you. You know, what is it going to produce, and how can I benefit off of that? So that's Heaven on High, okay? And that actually really applies to all the tanks, not just Gunbreaker, but really all the tanks in general. That's Heaven on High. Now, Palace of the Dead. Palace of the Dead is more or less the same idea. Now, for tanks specifically, you don't really worry about the mimics even more so in Heaven on High, because sometimes mimics are the easiest things you can fight. You'd rather fight a mimic instead of a worm. You'd rather fight a mimic instead of a frost dragon, instead of an Anzu. They don't hit as much. They do have a very large amount of HP though, so they are HP sponges. But you can kill them. Now, the only problem with potential alteration is that their aggro range in Palace is massive. So, unless you're in 151 plus, where you can get around them potentially if by luck they are actually spawned dead center in the room, you more than likely have to fight it just to get out of the room. So that can get a little spicy. But if you've kind of conceded, like, okay, I'm using an alteration, if you get mimics, we're just going to find it and kill them. And again, on Gunbreaker, they're not that bad, they don't hit that hard, you can stop their pox, you can mitigate it, blah blah blah, you can fight them, it's fine. And you just use it as the same thing that I mentioned. You kind of use it in a similar fashion as a flight. You handle it like a flight. It'll help you potentially cut time. If it's a bad gamble, it's whatever, it's just a normal floor, and you move on. This is definitely my connection, because I saw my bitrate drop to 700, and my casting took a while. Not to mention I didn't even get that slide cast. It is definitely my connection. And I'm surprised it's lasting this long. It's been all night now, so I wonder what's going on. He dropped it. So I hope that answered Orca. And again, I would probably just say that the Gunbreaker advice is really like tank advice, not just specifically Gunbreaker. I would use the same exact logic for all the other tanks. Yeah, I mean, one thing I like to do sometimes, Orca, is if I step into 74, 75, 76, I'll toss out an alteration if I'm sitting at 3, and my flowchart in my brain is the following. If I get Korrigans, I fight. If I get Mimics, I nuke. You know, especially if I'm falling behind in time. And that's when my brain kind of thinks of it like that, you know? And again, when you think of it in the frame of mind of an alteration being equivalent to a flight, where it cuts the amount of kills you need to get off the floor, hopefully that makes a little sense. It's almost like using a flight and you just got lucky. So. But it definitely a good idea, 81 plus specifically, to keep alteration at 2 instead of 3. You know, just toss one out there, take the gamble, and then just sit it at 2 so you don't overcap on alterations. What happened to the previous Astro save? It's good. It's just I couldn't do it before today, so I'm doing this in anticipation, Vamp, in case we wipe tomorrow. That's all it is. It's just anticipation in case I wipe tomorrow. But it is still intact. We're gonna hopefully do it tomorrow, but I have to observe my connection because this is new. So we'll see what happens with my connection. But presumably everything's back to normal by tomorrow. Then I couldn't do that Slycast. We will do it tomorrow. Thanks to Chip Down Memory Lane. Gonna get. Okay, Tina, have a good sleep. Good to see that you're kind of back on normal sleep schedule. So I'll catch you next time. That you can do outside palm use. Make sure you fight as long as you can. Use a spicy combo. Palm management and part time management. Yep. 3 altars already. Yeah. This is nice score. See at what minute? I'd have to look back at the VOD. You know, I should have like an internal clock timer showing up, so that you guys can see the moment I hit the enter button or something like that. You know. I'm thinking about that. But isn't it? So isn't it realistically speaking, isn't it that like the palms are not the one that gets affected by the seed, it's more the layout that gets affected? Doesn't really matter when I load in, the chests are just RNG no matter what. What are these chests, by the way? I don't even know what these chests are. It's only the layout. If I'm having bombs are probably seeded by something else. It's all a big meme anyway. Hey, there was some legitimacy to it, you know. I mean, manipulating the layouts could be beneficial if you really wanted to. But I think more so you just have to actually play good. I think that's first and foremost. Like, you can get the seed, but like, I mean, if you play like ass, I mean, what's the point? You know, you're not gonna make the most out of it anyway. All 3 rooms all the way down. That'd be good. That'd be good speedrun seed. That's what I'd be looking for. I don't know if I wanna. I don't know if I wanna. Wait, I don't know if I would say it was beneficial. Imagine if you had to set up a run starting at the 13th day of every month for optimal score layout. You know, people could do it. I mean, humans are humans. They will do crazy things to do things. But I mean, I get you. You know. I mean, imagine Finn. You're setting up for that run, and then all of a sudden, you know, you just had a sneezing fit. You just all of a sudden could had like uncontrollable sneezes, and you hit enter like 1 second late. Imagine. Like you get like a business call, you know, right at the time you're supposed to queue up or something. Imagine. It's like those speed runs that have one huge 25% range check, like 50 minutes in or something. And so you end up resetting 3/4 of the run no matter what. It makes me think of, actually, technically, like, Stray kind of has that, but I think Stray's different. Pokemon has that. I remember the Pokemon runs. They would try to manipulate it so that they would get the perfect starter Pokemon, and it would all come down to, like, you know, hitting the start button at like the exact precise like something just to get the right load or something, and you just keep resetting until that happened. Yeah. Sorry about the bit rates, guys. What if the seed was predicted upon the jobs of the players in your last match party run in Deep Dungeon? It could be. No, there was actually... So, Catman, there was actual evidence that was discovered that there is an actual seed based upon the second you enter the duty. That you could actually have a consistent layout if multiple people happen to queue up at the same exact second. Now, the latter, where it was like, you know, whether you can manipulate it such that you would get a specific layout in a specific time period. That's the one that I don't know people have secured down yet. I think they're testing it, but I don't know if there's any validity to that. But you can get multiple people to have the same exact layout. But it literally saves you like 40 years in some cases, yeah. Bruh, the Pokemon, that run actually is entertaining to me to watch. To just see the details that go into it. I'm actually like... I get really like interested in like what the heck goes on with it, even though it just makes... It's just out of control, really. I think Bioshock Infinite had something like that. You had to check a chest early on, and if it didn't have a specific power, you would reset. It was so bad that they agreed to let runners use a mod to hack to make sure the very first chest was always had the right thing, otherwise people would set 90% of the... Damn! Oh my god. There was something. This makes me think of something. What run was it? Oh man, I gotta think of this I gotta think of this. I forgot the game. I can't think of the game. But I remember there being a game that someone was speedrunning. Oh man. And it was something like there are some RNG things that can happen in the run, but there is this one thing where there is a god tier RNG that could happen, that if it happens, although it happens like in a very abysmal amount of time, like the chances of it happening were so minuscule that it is not worth even trying for. But if it actually happened, you can beat the game literally in world record time because it would just skip like so many things. It's just doing it in an actual run in a marathon setting, it just couldn't happen. I forgot what the game was though. I just remember the explanation being very distinct on that one. I found the summary. I was looking for it. Too long to read. For those who don't want to watch the video to know, the issue was apparently record pace runs depend on getting an item 28 minutes into the run. There's only 2% to get it being there. The result is in tons of pointless reloading. It also causes a random amount of in-game time to be wasted. As a minute, the solution is to mod void reload for it so that all runs to record pace with regard to it. That makes sense. I mean, imagine trying to farm for that. Oh, really? Is this tight? Is this landslide? This is landslide. Like coins. Ranges though, I haven't heard of another speedrun where modding something that provided gameplay advantage was encouraged. Well, actually, you know, Finn, with Stray, they recently introduced a macro. So with Stray and the PC run, there was a massive advantage having a mouse with a free scroll wheel. Because when you did dialogue... Oh my god, that delay! Oh boy, good thing we're doing 1-50 today. When you had a mouse with a free scroll wheel, there was a massive advantage because you'd skip through dialogue, like literally like just blazing speeds. So if you didn't have that, you would just kind of like just SOL because you couldn't keep up with like some of the top runners. So they decided to introduce a macro. And what the macro does is that it just mimics the wheel scroll, and you can bind it to a key, which is what I tried yesterday. And it works awesome. And I prefer it over actually using the mouse wheel.
Speed Racy Cat, Necromancer, Streamer, Demonus Extraordinaire,
Yo,
Angelus Mimic Vongo
Miss
Animate.
Donut Bunny, how did your run go, by the way? I was unable to keep watching because I had to leave. Oh wait, no, you didn't do a run. Wait, what'd you do today? Actually, I don't know what you did today. You were looking up videos, that's right, and then I had to leave. Oh, that's right. Oops. Someone else is doing runs. Yo, what's up, Donut Bunny? Hello. Yeah, so now I'm now using that macro, and it's real nice. It is real nice, let me tell you. I like it a lot. Guys, check out Miss Donut Bunny. She was just chatting, but her streams are always fun, high energy. She does some deep dungeons too, which I'm sure interests some people. She's trying to really gun for those titles. But she's a fun time. She does Call to the Lamb too. That's a fun game to watch, but you'll like her streams a lot. I like sitting in her streams a lot. Good time in her area. A lot of positive vibes over there. I'm pretty good, thanks for... Although, I'm pretty good, but my connection seems to be ass today. I don't know what's going on. It's been the entire stream. It's just not been great, so we're kind of struggling a little bit, so I apologize for the pixelization, but you can still hear me. You can still hear me, so I guess that works out. I think it's a good time I went with the PNG tuber instead of the real cam. Otherwise my face would be pixelated. We like it because we give you compliments when we don't realize you're there. No, that's not true. That's not true. But also true. Look, I lurk in a lot of streams, Willow. There's certain magic words that pull me out of lurk. When you say them, I come out of lurk. Otherwise, I'm usually just vibing. I think Donut Bunny was saying that too. A lot of times she just likes to just sit and chill. Which is really the way I like to do things, you know? Yeah, this is my specific playlist when my connection is ass. So a lot of you guys have never heard this before. Because we haven't really had a bad connection for a while, but now we have one, so... Oh, this is the FF4 song. That's right. Except it's more bit rate. Yeah, let's go. I think we all like to lurk sometimes. Well, I mean, I mentioned this before. I'm so introverted, right? I don't really like to be that social, really, sometimes. So I just like to vibe in streams, you know. You're putting on a good show, so I'm just gonna chill and watch. You know, you do your thing, and I'll enjoy you doing your thing. It's 4 AM. I gotta eat myself to bed. Well, don't miss. Yo, see ya, Connor. It's good to see you again. Congratulations on the Necromancer, and I'll catch you next time. Yeah, don't miss the bet. It's gonna be real awkward. Alright guys, we're gonna play a 3-minute ad while I'm finishing the boss, so BRB in 3 minutes, okay guys? So BRB, thanks for watching. And by the way, after stream... Oh, I'm sorry, not after stream, that's dumb. After we finish this this run, we're going to be doing a brand new game that I think no one has ever seen before. I haven't seen it before. And we're going to just check it out to see if it's kind of cool or not. I hope everyone will be kind of, you know, interested in that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, brand new game. Do this. Oh, that's a landmine. I don't know if I want to do landmine though. I don't know if I should be doing a big pull when my connection is not the greatest right now. They are hitting me and they're not anywhere near me. This is not a good idea. This is not a great idea, guys. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. Solo 199, I know. It's okay. We'll try again tomorrow, hopefully. Okay, well that... Oh, you're not dead. Okay, my bad. Oh, you're not dead. No, I'm gonna have pox forever. Oh well. 2020? Hell yeah, dude. We're back, Sig. Aren't you excited, man? Good thing you logged in today. Hell yeah, Donut Bunny. You know about making choices, right? You make choices. Wait, it was a series of choices, that's what it was. Made a series of choices. Debates all over the place. Welcome to my pre-partner days. Oh, I get coins. I want purity. Give me purity. Hey, thanks for supporting the stream. Thank you for watching that ad, guys. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything, I promise. Segu. What? Why is there so many things coming at me? Okay, wait, hold on. Let me kill you for the level. Oh my god, there's so many patrol coming at me. Ellie the smelly. You dotted. It is a little weird taking a pixelated, an 8-bit song and making it 8-bit again. Oh my god, my connection, please. For the love of God. Okay. I'm like riding a very sexy 1K bitrate right now. Okay, that's good. Man, it's just the struggle bus of this connection, jeez. Now I can't get past I can't get past 2K. I might think about resetting the modem tonight. Sade! Okay, let me read this. Hopefully I don't get cut off reading this. You said... Seems looking like a Windows Media Player visual. Yeah, I got the music to match, Drew. Don't you like it? Died on 194 on Summoner. Try Machinist again. On Summoner, 160s to 180s, nasty mobs can be done with sleep when you have no room to kite, and without palms. When I get a room full of crawlers and sprites with Machinist, I have to use something to move on. In general, 180s force walk move has Machinist at a serious disadvantage. Do you have any advice on that particular set? Is my expectations of being able to get the 190s with 250 palms mostly too unrealistic? Getting into 190s with 1 rage is luxury, if that gives you any type of indication. It's nice, but it's luxury. Crawlers on Machinist are very doable without any palms. You can kill them no palms. Sprites also, as long as you have full burst, you can kill sprites without any palms either. I tried them recently, and they're not that bad at all. So those 2 enemies you specifically mentioned, you can kill them and get rid of them. Ideally, what I like to do, especially if you're talking about crawlers, and let's say you do want to like prefer not to fight them because there are other things to fight, I try to make sure I open up a path. So let's say you have this room, okay? Sade, let me show you an example. Let's say you have Crawler in the middle, okay? Well, that's actually not a good example. Crawler, dead center over there. Usually you can get around this, and if I get close, I just start walking over to, like, bypass it. But let's say you have a Crawler here, and a Crawler here. What I'd like to do is I'd like to get rid of one side of them, either A or B. So let's say we get rid of A. Actually, well, B is not really a good marker, so let's just, like, put it up there. We have this open spot here to be able to move around, so we just start kiting in the section that I just opened up. Does that make sense? You kind of don't want to put yourself in a position that you'll get sandwiched. I used to do that on Red Mage against apes. So you know what I tried to do before, in the early days of me doing Deep Dungeon? I thought apes were complete no-goes, so I completely avoided them as much as I could and tried to, like, you know, go to the next room, and just find something that was killable. But what ended up happening was that I would sandwich myself between apes, and I had nowhere to kite. And obviously that's a massive problem. So now what I do is I'll just make sure I carve a path, allowing me to have kiting room. So if I look 2 rooms ahead of me, and room A that's in front of me, and room B is where I want to go, and there's an ape in room A, unless I know I can get past the ape going back to spawn room, I will kill off the ape. Somehow, some way. I'll kill him off just so he doesn't become a problem. So I don't get myself stuck between A and B with an ape doing his chest pumps and no way to get around it. And that was a big change that I made, and it was definitely successful on my part overall. So something to think about. Excuse me. I'm gonna take Pox again, I love it. Actually, I haven't done the thing yet. Get 3. I should probably strength here. I guess like, yeah. On machinists, you can kill them. So, you know how, so the good way to kill them... Okay, wait, I'm gonna wait for my bid rate to come back. Okay, so, Sade. One thing that you can plan to when you try to fight a crawler... So they do slow, right? One of their first attacks is slow. Hold on to your wildfire and or heat blast. No, hold on to heat blast and or wildfire, because when you take slow, if you use heat blast, it bypasses slow. Because it sets your GCD at whatever 1.5, whatever it is, so you can get off 5 heat blasts and they won't get suffered from the slow debuff. So you may basically just kill off like, you know, however many seconds that is, 7 seconds, 8 seconds, of just free GCD, no damage loss, period. And that's really a good way to handle the crawlers. And a lot of times you just kill them, no problem, without them becoming a problem, you know, tossing poison, hitting you, etc. So I'm gonna... Oh, I gotta set this up again. We use the alteration here. I was also being greedy, holding onto my palms, and yeah. Definitely, if anything, Sade, holding on to palms is not a bad, it's not a terrible idea. But one thing you want to keep in mind is once you start getting up to 171, especially 181, you have to concede the fact that you're going to have to use something. Here's one of the logics I used in Heaven on High one time, to kind of make this like a little bit more, to make this a lot more sense to people. Think about 71 plus in Heaven on High. Could you practically clear 71 plus without using a single Pomander? Not one Pomander. Do you think you can clear 71 plus, no Pomanders used at all? And that's kind of what you think about in 171 and 181. Hold on. Okay, that's what you think about 171, 181. Can I get all the way to 190 and 180 without using a single Pomander? If the answer is yes, okay, you can hold on to your palms. If the answer is probably no, you're conceding to the fact that you're going to be using palms somewhere, somehow. So your thought process should be, where is the best situation that I can use my Pomanders? And then that's where you start thinking about trying to make it efficient. And that's where, like, on healers and tanks, that's how I started to think about, okay, let's open with strength. You know, open 71, open the floors with strength Pomanders. Why? Well, you're probably gonna pick one up at some point, but at least you don't overcap and get, like, the 5th strength Pomander, right? If you're sitting 3, and you get 2 strengths on the floor, one of them's getting wasted. So this prevents you from having that happen. So sitting things at 2 Pomanders, not a terrible idea. At least if you get extras, they're not wasted. So, Rawson. I got to Behemoth today but died right before the last setup. Oh no. Oh no! I had that happen to me one time on one of my first Behemoth runs, Rawson. I was doing Monk. My very first Monk run back in maybe, I think, Stormblood. I was setting it up, and I got sucked into a tornado, and I couldn't recover, and I died. And that's it. There was my Monk run. I was ready to be excited about that burst, and, you know, prepping for it, I just effed up. I get you. It happens. That happened to me, yeah. You just gotta be careful. You just gotta know how big that AoE is and just adjust it that way. But it's okay. You know, it's a learning lesson. It happens. It's all good. Oh, it's even better. That's even more exciting. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong button. It sucks, but at least I'll do better next time, I hope. You'll do better next time. I know it. You know what's the plus side, though, right now about the bitrate issue? I think there's not that much of a delay. So that's interesting to me. Like, okay, we're cutting out a little bit here and there, but I don't think there's too much of a delay, so I guess that's not bad. Could be worse. But I guess we're gonna stick with the 8-bit playlist today. I hope you enjoyed the new music for some of you guys. Never really heard this before. I'm always prepared. You're trapped in the past? Same, dude. Well, not really. I always was on face camera before. I was always on web camera when we had the bad thing, so this is kind of new, right? That I'm using a PNG. Or I'm sorry, the real thing. Are you like downloading that game? No, it's my connection. There's nothing downloading. I'm looking at Steam right now, there's nothing downloading. It just isn't the same. You missed the old me. Yeah, well, I missed the old me too, because that was a younger me. It was a younger version of myself. Oh god, there's mimics here too. I got another alteration. Yo, guys, make sure no one tells this to Ben, okay? No one tell Ben what's happening right now. Because I remember Ben had a recent 1 to 100 run. He only saw like 1 alteration in like 100 floors, and I picked up like 6 or 7 so far, and we're only on 25. No one tell Ben. I guess the secret to high alterations is to have a crappy connection. I've unlocked it, guys. We need to have a crappy connection for this to work. Wait. Oh, the other one is a... Wait, why didn't this aggro? What the hell? That's a side aggro. What are you doing, dude? I need you to aggro. I literally wanted you to aggro, and you're like, do I aggro? Pushing, purity. Oh, got a purity back. Had quite a few on the run. I've just done up to 100 as well. I think the real secret is not care about your score. Oh, that's always the secret. You know what's the secret to getting potsherds, Willow? Telling yourself that you're quitting Deep Dungeon forever. When you have a friend that's coming along with you, you tell him to say that he needs potsherds, and then you tell yourself that you don't need potsherds, and then you get potsherds. That's how it works. If you were to choose a duo for potsherds farming. Next time, Willow, when you're teaming up with Donut Bunny, you know, when you guys do another duo and you need potsherds, tell Donut Bunny, yo, Donut Bunny, dude, I'm gonna have you have all the potsherds, dude. I don't care, man. You need it for stream. You've been doing runs on stream, man. You're trying to get the title. I don't give a shit about potsherds. You're gonna get every single one. Trust me. Every single one. That's how it works, dude. Now, don't tell her I said that. Just make sure you don't say it. Yeah, you're gonna give away the secret. But, you know, that's how it works. Just run over Aurora, you too? Yeah, that too. You can do that too. Oh, she heard me, rip. I need to see how to do dumb wipes on 140. I've got all the way. Yeah, you know, that's something I try to I tell people. Like, some people are potsherd farming, and I'm like, you know what? I mean, not to sound negative or something, there's probably a good chance you're gonna reset the run at some point. You're gonna probably go positive on your potsherds. Just that's how I initially was farming my potsherds. Like, I would be wiping at like 130, 140, 150 constantly. So I never really had an opportunity to use most of my healing things, so I didn't need it. And so by the time I was actually getting to the high floors, I had so many potsherds by then. Kinda worked out. I did a note stain dark to 100 and only got 10 potsherds. I get more than that by 81 when I do it with the That's so funny. Alright, so everyone wanted the Aurora next time. And you'll get your millions of pot. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Hey, bitrate, you're gonna hold at 6K now? Have we start having a little bit of a tantrum? OBS? Yeah, maybe. I'm looking at it. It's pretty good right now. I'm up to 500 at the moment on stage. I surely you mean potions, right? Because if you're like, no, I have about 500 potsherds, I'm gonna come over to where you live and like we'll just yell at you and then go away. I'll just go to your door and be like, what the fuck, and then just go back home. That's all. I'm not gonna be any, you know, I'm not gonna be real violent. It's gonna be like very angry. Potions, okay. Imagine you had 500 potsherds. Holy moly. I mean, I have almost 200 in Heaven on High, to be fair, but, you know, that's a completely different story altogether, because I keep running easy jobs that don't really threaten my potsherds. Oh, no, my bitrate's back down, rip. I spoke too soon. I'm just I need the Gilmoran potsherds. I don't need the MP. The MPs I'm fine with. I have as many potsherds as Heaven on High, and no intention going back anytime soon. Yeah, like I'm only going back into Heaven on High because I just want to stay. I just want to stay fresh with the content. You know, just to change it up, just to give me a little bit of a palate cleanser after Palace of the Dead. Honestly, that's the main point why I go back to Heaven on High. How's the evening? Hey, Level Tubby. Not bad. My connection is not great today, so we've been having some buffering, and it kind of annoys me, but it's a rarity right now. It is what it is, so I'm just kind of observing it. We're gonna be playing a new game tonight, and I do hope you guys kind of stick around just to give it a look-sees. The game is called Stars in the Trash. I don't think anyone's really heard of the game yet, because it's really, really new. But they were on the Tokyo Game Show indie exhibit, and they were very kind to just send me a code to try it out. But I hope when we get to that point, my stream and my bitrate will be back to normal, because I wanna put a good showing for that game, you know? I wanna have a good time with that game. Can't wait to farm I know, you know, Neo, I wonder what they'll do. I'm still hoping we get universal potsherds or something like that. I'm hoping something gets adjusted. You know, we'll see. We'll see what they decide to do. I think I'll actually go to 2 different grocery stores on my way home and work Monday. I really hope KFC Ruffles are... KFC Ruffles? Interesting. Just buy pots of Gil. I'm still against the Gil idea, but I know most people want the Gil idea, but I'm personally against it. And the only reason I'm against an ethereal, Andre, sorry. Only reason I'm against the Gil thing is more for races. Imagine world first race comes down to whoever just has the most Gil. That's just not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like now, like when Deep Dungeon has been out for like 4 years, okay. You know, make it purchasable by Gil. Who the hell cares? Why would that matter for a race? Potsherds are the key essential things you need, Andre. It doesn't matter how much it costs. If someone just has more Gil, they're just gonna have more potions. You know what I'm saying? What if a guy who's never farmed Gil in this game at all has like literally no Gil to his name? They are at a disadvantage, no matter how you look at it. And if you're going to make Gil an inconsequential thing just because you want to make it purchasable, then there's no reason to even make it cost Gil to begin with. You just may as well just make it free. You know what I'm saying? That's my only issue with the Gil problem. Now, a lot of people would like to buy it with Gil, whether it's in the dungeon or it's something you can put on the market board. I get it, that's fine. Look, if it's popular opinion, it's popular opinion. I have more than enough Gil that I could ever do with myself. But I just think about, like, well, what if someone has 0 Gil? Like, that's just a disadvantage to them, and I don't want anyone to feel like next Deep Dungeon, they are restricted because of something they can't control. If, like, the only thing that should be a factor for getting World First in Deep Dungeon is time and skill. That's it. No other factor. Time and skill. Not Gil, not currency, not farming something beforehand. Like, that's just, that just doesn't, that would not make me happy. Like, I will do it. Like, if they, like, introduce something prior to next Deep Dungeon, it's like, oh, you better have your relic, you know? You better do, like, you know, you better do, all your raid stuff. It's like, I'll do it, but, like, what if the next person doesn't want to do it, you know? It should just be logged into the game and do it. Who are actually good and capable have no Gil. It doesn't matter! It doesn't matter! Like, it doesn't matter, if that's the criteria. You cannot restrict a single person from being able to do the content. It's just that simple. Clearing Deep Dungeon itself gives currency in addition to potsherds equivalent as a bad RNG protection. Like, clearing in Deep Dungeon itself gives currency in addition to... yeah. You're pointing to the hypothetical person who supported for... they already got a thing in Eureka, for instance. Yeah, but no one uses the potion Eureka. Potions in Eureka are, like, literally behind a patch or something like that. They're pointless. You never use them. You're talking about something that is essential to Deep Dungeon that you need to have if you want to clear. With a few exceptions. But no, there's no any reasonable explanation for making it cost Gil if you want to make it fair for people. That's just all I'm saying. And then you can't say that, well, people should have Gil. Oh no, what if you have a free trial account that could, for some reason, have access to that Deep Dungeon? They don't have Gil. They won't have enough Gil. You can't restrict it. The Eureka Potions, the Eureka Potions were very odd because their potencies did not match up to the scaling. So, for instance, it was almost like using Sustaining Potions for Heaven on High. That was Eureka Potions. I remember using them and being excited because I was thinking of Deep Dungeon. And I remember using them, like, this heals me for nothing. I'm not even gonna bother. I might as well just heal myself. Celine Moonborn, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Like if they were more like useful, then whatever. But it's fine. But that's still what my point is. That's still the point I'm getting at, you know? I mean, you still can't make the assumption that people who are going to be actively trying to go for world first just automatically have guild. Like that's just a terrible assumption. That's just not a good assumption. Like I said, I have more guild than I could ever do with myself, but I would still never want to hold back anyone from whatever reason that they don't have guild. You essentially never want to make it, or how I look at it, you never want to make it such that someone will either find a way or have a way that it'll become a problem for them. I'm gonna be hitting the boss soon. They also don't... Oh, do they not last the whole CD? Oh. Yeah, they're weak. Yeah, I just don't like them at all. Yeah, that's... I mean, the price of getting gear when it was the old schedule of, like, you know, the moment the patch drops and having a crafter make the gear, that's a big ask. That's a lot of gil to be wanting to compete for world first. Like, you have to make sure that you are prepared for that, but the system is already in place. Like, you could theoretically work towards that, but to have it right on the spot. And you're also talking about a situation where we don't know what the requirements are. If you had time to prepare, maybe that's valid. And Savage is always the same, except with this patch, where, like, you could prepare for guild-wise, but still, not everyone has guild. But you have to think of the context of the matter. So think of it this way. What's a good explanation? What would be a decent example? I was gonna use the example of what if a game releases, except it had a pre-order, but I don't think that's a good example. It's just, in terms of, if you're talking World First and Final Fantasy XIV, it's different. If you're talking Savage and Ultimate, because people have the ability to prepare for it. You can prepare right now for Tier 3, because you know exactly the requirements for that game mode. With Deep Dungeon, we don't know the requirements for that game mode. So unless you're going to release prior to a requirement that's going to be needed to give people time to do it, that's probably fair. But if you all of a sudden change it the moment the content releases and then it's a guild requirement, I don't like that. Because that means people who did not know or who did not prepare for literally a blind reason are now restricted because they just didn't do it. Yeah, but we don't have a reason to prepare guild. That's like saying next Savage patch you need for Tier 3 you need to make sure that you did like your ARR relic. Who's gonna set it up? No one. No one's gonna set it up like that. Unless you tell them beforehand. If you tell them beforehand, then that makes sense. That's just a it's just a bad take. It's a really bad take. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like if you just change the currency on a fly, like the moment the tier releases, if you give people like a legitimate time to prepare by an official word, that's fine. But if you do it on the spot, that's a tough one for people to be like. There's gonna be people who will complain about that, no matter what. Yeah, but that's still the same thing. You're just focusing on guild. It's still a requirement. It's like the same exact thing. Yeah, it's just not a good take. Sorry, dude. I mean, like, for Ishgard Restoration, that could be an argument, but in theory, like, you knew, like, everyone knew it's going to be crafting. So your preparation for Ishgard ranking, what you should have been thinking about was just it was going BIS for your gear. Now, we didn't have, I don't think we had the expert recipes prior to the Ishgard restoration coming out, but, like, your preparation was, okay, it's going to be crafting, so you just better have, you better have your gear maxed out. Like, that's fair, right? But, like, to prepare for next deep dungeon, it's like, it's almost like, would you ask people to prepare your potsherds? Like, would you ask people to have, like, your other potsherds ready just because it'll be used for next deep dungeon? Unless you say it beforehand, no one's really gonna do that unless they're crazy. And they're like, trying to make some type of prediction. You'll have people who do that, but, like, what about the people who just, like, we're just gonna hop into it fresh? I mean, to have that massive advantage before the Ganton even releases, it's not fair to everyone. Yeah, and that's what I did too. But you know, I effed up the first season, so that's a whole other discussion altogether. Hey, we're gonna play an ad, by the way, when we kill off this boss, a 3-minute ad to keep the pre-rolls going as well, to keep the ads rolling. So I'll be back in 3 minutes. Anyone who doesn't have a sub, I'll continue the conversation once the ad finishes, if you all want to continue. But I appreciate the support. Thank you for that. And I shall catch you soon. Let go. 3-minute ad. BRB. Looks like my bitrate might be settling a little bit. It's dipped a bit, but it's been consistent so far. But we'll stay with the music. No, not yet. Okay, let's do a safety. Ooh, that's another treasure room. Do here. Here. I don't have a witching. Oh. Well. It's okay, who needs a witching? I don't need a witching. I didn't get everything though. I'm so not into PvP this season. I got my Crystal Plate board from Season 1 and kind of just stopped playing it. Neo, can you hear me? Are you out of the ads? If you don't say anything, then I won't continue the conversation. I will say something about it though. What is the first chest? Hello? I don't even... Wait. Oh, flight. You are? Okay. Neo, I'm with you. I got Crystal Season 1, and I waited till the Sunday before 6.2 to play one match so that I could validate my next season ranking, which was Diamond, so I could get all the achievements prior to. It took me that long to finally be like, okay, I'll queue up. I just couldn't get myself to play that game mode ever again. I just wasn't interested anymore. It just wasn't fun. Like, it's fine. Like, it's fine, but I just really would rather be doing something else. That's just what it came down to, you know? I'd rather be playing Tower Fantasy. I'd rather be fixing my videos for YouTube. I just literally would rather do anything else other than PvP. I didn't do that since they gave us Season 1s anyway. Well, the thing that... Okay. Did you get all the achievements for Crystal Conflict, like the bronze, silver, gold, etc., etc., while also not playing a match? Because I was told I had to play a match to make sure that it would kind of validate my ranking, so then I could get all the achievements prior to, which was what I wanted. I wanted the achievements. I didn't care about the rankings anymore. I just wanted the achievements. I got Crystal already. I wanted to get the other ones. I really don't like CT at all. You know, Zevran, when I was doing it on stream, I was having an okay time, but in all honesty, I was just like, you know, kind of okay, I just found the score seed. If anyone wants to score, like, literally, this is the scoring seed. What the hell, dude? 2 treasure rooms, and I got unlucky because it wasn't the altar room. Oh, so you're telling me I didn't have to play a match? God damn it, dude. I thought I was under the impression I had to play a match. I'm so upset now. I could have saved myself 8 minutes of my life. God damn it. Now I'm pissed off, man. Now I'm angry. I'm like so angry, dude. I literally just flipped like my chair. I threw something into the wall, but I have like a noise gate, so you can't really hear it. You logging real quick to double check? Okay. Because I logged in when the patch came in, Neo, and the moment I logged in, I saw 5 achievements come in. Boom. Blah blah, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. I got them all in one go. Hey guys, we might be out of that connection issue. Everyone applaud. Everyone be happy, because I've actually been consistent for quite a while now. I just smashed my TV in front of 30 guests in my party because of the game. My wife just took our crying kids and they said they're all spending the week in the hotel. The team has ruined my life and my party. I can't handle this. Goodbye for a team. I'm no longer a fan. That story, Stig, is that story already failed because you said you had a wife. And the moment I saw that, I'm like, well, you know what? Miss Tiri! 30 months in a effing row, dude. Look at that champion right there, Miss Tiri. The ever supporter. Yo, Tiri streams, by the way. Shoutouts to Miss Tiri. She streams here and there, but she's an awesome person. She's a very skilled player at this game. She does a lot of raiding. She does some deep dungeons sometimes, but she's already kind of like, she's done her stuff and she's done. She's an old veteran. Check her out, but she is a long-time supporter of this stream, and it is much, 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 much appreciated. So thank you for that, Mysterio. Where's that copy-paste from? It's from Sig's diary. Cowboys or something? I'm praying for you, Tonberry Queen. I'm praying for you. We're all praying for you. We're giving you all the good vibes, my friend. Oh my god, I got a treasure room of Corrigans. I hope Ellie isn't here. Is Ellie still here? Is Finn here? Like, who? Like, is Ben here? I'm gonna make you all angry. This is the 3rd treasure room in a row that I have gotten in 31+. Look at all the pretty people. Guys, what am I doing? It's okay, you know what? I'm gonna clear tomorrow, and this run will be completely obliterated. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna clear tomorrow, and I don't even need this file anymore. look at this dude. Look at this heck eyes, like, sub. How you doing? You just got one too, Corn Pops? Yo, what time is it? It's 10:39 Eastern. We just unlocked the, we found the seed that has the treasure room of Corrigans. Let's go. Switching. Tuition. Yo, what's up, Kicker? Hectai's chilling with the cool kids? Yeah, exactly. Always a pleasure to watch the streams. Oh, Tiri, it's just... Bless Tiri. I wonder how many of these songs are gonna trigger YouTube when I upload it. Oh! That would have been very awkward. That'd have been real awkward. I'm already 58. It's too bad that I'm not gonna be going for caring about score right now. Oh, that's what you said, Corn Pops. I see. So a minute before I saw it, you saw the Corrigan treasure room. Gotcha. Go figure. What? What are you doing? He's like on top of the rock. You know, this is gonna be partial spoilers, but I'll just say it as vague as possible. There is a point in the storyline where you see a Hectize, and the Hectize is jumping, and I'm like, how the hell is a Hectize jumping? What is going on? How does it have enough ability to propel itself into the air? Anyone else think like that, or is that just me? They dropped so many chests. Hope some of them were mimics. Spoiled? Yeah, get right, dude. You should have done the story, man. What happens when you don't do the story? Flights never... I guess, they don't skip leg day, yeah, it's true. Crazy things have happened. like the angel Pomander jumping, that's also too. Slime jumping pretty much, well, yeah, but it's just I've never seen I've specifically never seen a Hectize jump. I mean, you have the slimes in Dragon Quest that propel themselves, and the leeches propel themselves, but but that makes sense because they're leaning forward and then moving in that direction. It's kind of the same thing as the mimics. Like the mimics kind of lean forward and then propel themselves. The Hectize in the story mission did like a straight jump, like just like straight off the ground, no walking, just straight up and down. And I'm like, what? This does not seem physically possible. Like I'm questioning like, you know, science and everything. It just doesn't seem right. So I got on a few days ago to my FC leader having crafted me a full 610 healer set. My healer was still 84. I hadn't completed the story yet. Wow. That's either like the guy's super nice or he's kind of like massaging in the fact that it's like you should finish the story by now. Sometimes they put in those subliminal messages in there, you know? Hey, I'm gonna do a poll, guys. I think I know what the answer is, but I'm gonna do a poll just because we want some class participation. Do we keep the 8-bit music or return to normal FF songs? Keep the retro. Nah. Bring back usual music. I can't type that much. Bring back the usual. The usual. I think I know what you guys are gonna vote for. Alright, there's a poll. Because I've looked at my bitrate and we've been consistently fine for now like about 20 minutes. And that is the first time the entire night. So there's a poll on top of the stream if you guys want to vote. Let me know. I'll keep the 8-bit music going if you guys want it, or I can swap back to my regular Final Fantasy songs that we usually have on stream. Boo. Without question. It's all good music. I know. Oh, there's a good song coming up. It's a good remix chiptune version of this song. Well, I hope you all stick around to watch the new game once we're done. It's a brand new game. I don't think anyone's ever heard of this game before. I certainly haven't. Maybe some of you have. But it's a new game that isn't even out yet. I don't even think you can play it. But we got a beta version of it. And I made sure to check if like I can play this thing on stream. They didn't restrict me. They wanted me to play the game, so... Bring back the usual? Bring back the usual! Wow, that is not what I expected. Okay. After this song, I'll bring back the usual music. Okay. Alright. You got it. I was expecting to keep the retro. We got a lot of new blood in here, Sig. The new blood doesn't know about the old days. It's okay. I made this game. I'll just DDoS me into a lower bitrate so it goes back to... Okay. You got it, dude. That's how it works. I have to do it. That's the reason I did it. Good song. Yo, Games Corner Live, what's up, dude? Happy Saturday. Am I 60 yet? No, not yet. Watching. Okay, there's 60. Alright, cool. Now we just have to get to the exit, so... Happy Sunday! Oh, happy Sunday! Good. A long day. Had some IRL family stuff, and then went straight to stream. And we had some connection issues at the beginning of stream. Things seem to have settled now, thankfully. Took about like 2 hours for that to happen, but we're here, so... Strength. 6. Okay. Alright, that's the end of the track. Yo, back to the music. Let's go. Back to the regular music. It's a big ass floor. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, I had a sight? I didn't know that was a sight. The hell? Nice. My favorite combo. Oh, there is a chest there, okay. Damn it. I am doing some illegal hovering. Okay. Boom. 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 Okay, let's pull you. And let's pull you. I had a new high today for 171. Oh yes, let's go. What job we doing? Games Corner Live. What's the job choice on your end? Good thing I pulled everything. God damn it. Oh my god, please. Are you going to the exit? Oh yeah, you went to the exit. God damn it, dude. You think you're out, and then you're here for another 10 minutes. Okay, so when we kill the boss, we'll do a 3-minute ad, guys, and then we will BRB 3 minutes once the boss dies. Thank you for everyone watching. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Oh. When we get to the boss. What the hell? I was on 39? Oh my god. I thought I was on 39. Well. Still holds. Once I kill the boss, we do an ad. I know my floors. I can count. I can count to 10. I promise. It's full just enough so I can get off in one go. Am I okay? I'm never okay, dude. When am I ever okay? I'm playing Astro. When am I okay? I'm not out. Why am I getting so many high kills? I started Dark Knights. Machinist, okay. Machinist is a little bit easier because it's 6.2 from my understanding. You just have to make sure that you are using, you are gonna cap out your turret, because that'll really help you out. But it is a little easier than it was before. It keeps getting easier, to be fair. You know, you guys out there, the raiders, we'll keep this as a secret agenda, okay? We'll have a little secret agenda. I understand that Machinist is still getting a bad rap in raids, you know, selfish damage. People prefer the bard in the and the Dancer keep complaining about Machinist. He's saying, man, Machinist is so bad. Oh my god, it really needs to get buffed again. No one wants to use it. You know why? Because they buff it again, it'll become even easier in Palace of the Dead, and we'll have a good time getting Necromancer, okay guys? So it's up to you. It's all up to you guys. We gotta work together to make this happen. Now, I preferred it to be harder, to be fair. Like, I like the challenge, but look. I also like it when people get Necromancer. God damn it. Imagine slide casting, couldn't be me. Remove Machinist. Well, that'll definitely throw a wrinkle into our plans. I think that's good. Now I bring it back this way. I'm bleeding. Oh my god, GCDs are hard. I think I can get 2 off here. Good. Then we all move to Reaper and Glass Cannon on our way to victory. Hey, I'm fine with that. I love the Reaper run. The Reaper run is exciting. I love it. So again, we're gonna do a 3-minute ad when the boss dies, guys. Again, appreciate the support. Also, again, a reminder, after we finish floor 50, we're going to be swapping to a brand new game. It's called Stars in the Trash. It was advertised to me as Stray. You know, like the cat game Stray? I've been speedrunning that game. Stray, but Disney vibes. So I think, like, it has, like, if you've watched, like, The Lady and the Tramp, it kind of looks like that animation-wise. And the company was nice enough to just send me a code, so I want to give it a shot, give it a chance. Maybe someone out there will like it, and that's kind of the point, right? So we'll check it out. I don't know how long the game is. So it was also advertised to me as a 3 to 5 hour game, but they gave me a demo and it's in beta. So I don't know if like the game, like if we end up beating the game or something today. I don't know if we're only getting like a chapter. They weren't specific about that detail. So we'll just play it and then find out. But we'll do that in 10 floors. We'll clear 41 to 50 right now, and then we'll swap over to that one. So again, thank you. I'll hit the ad, 3 minutes, and I'll catch you in 3 minutes, guys. Or less, whichever, depending on what ads you get. In the meantime, we shall continue. Wait, what's the chest? Oh. You know, I was planning to use a rage, it gave it to me anyway. I'll do the next floor. Oh wow, I have to kill more. Most likely they will buff Reaper next patch. That'd be nice. Reaper does a great job. In Deep Dungeon anyway. You know, I knew that was gonna happen. I had a feeling we were gonna get a Mimic. Oh, strike and seal, okay. Dubburn. Dubburn. Another 4-room. I've been wanting to try to... I want to do a double rage. That's why I've been sliding. On a low trap. I need to make sure I have like 6 kills. This is only gonna be 5. I need to make sure I have like 6 or 7. Warrior has been getting like it's and pieces of buffs, right? Like here and there. So this would be 5, 6, 7. This should be enough. Thanks for watching the ad, guys. Welcome back from the ad. We should both Dragon again just because. I needed 7 kills to get out of here. Well, like I said, and something I'll always keep mentioning is, you know, they will buff a job because they need it to balance out for raids, right? Their first and foremost priority is to make sure that the job works in a raid. But what happens to Deep Dungeon? Well, you get the trickle-down effect. They definitely don't buff things because they don't want it to break for Deep Dungeon or whatever. It's just that is what it is. It just happens. But normally if they're buffing, that means it's getting better in Deep Dungeon, you know? And things are rather sensitive in Deep Dungeon. Doing a little bit of potency here means you're going X% faster, and that can matter for someone trying to go for their clear. And it's also information worth noting for people trying to use a specific job. Absolute Paradox, hello. I missed you saying hello earlier, but I said now. Hope you're doing well. Reaper was excluded from the Parsnip Goose since first tier. Dang. And then to think about it, how in Deep Dungeon, Vamp, Reaper is just a powerhouse. Like, it's one of my favorite jobs because it tears up everything. It rips it apart. So it's you know, coming from someone who's a very amateur to raiding. All I'm looking at is as a spectator. I'm just taking information that you guys tell me. It's shocking to me to know that Reaper just doesn't pull a lot of weight, and people just don't like playing it because it doesn't do enough of whatever is needed. Like, I recommend, and I actually joked about this in Discord, because it seems like, especially with how this tier went, it almost seems like whatever job got kind of rejected in terms of like the week 1 clears and damage issues and whatever, you can just assume that that job is actually like one of the best ones in Deep Dungeon. It's funny, right? Machinist has a bad rap in raid, one of the best jobs in Deep Dungeon. Reaper, most powerful job in Deep Dungeon, arguably against Summoner. Paladin, Warrior. Pretty good. Well, Paladin can be disputed, but Warrior certainly is one that's very popular with a lot of people. So it's just kind of funny how that works. What am I missing? Someone with better knowledge will have to tell it, but I think, I don't know, what was it? It's like its buffs are just not like lining up well, or like its synergy is not as good as other jobs or something like that. Like, what's the deal with Reaper? Why is it not pulling? Why is it just not working for groups? And why do they stay away from it? I really don't know the answer to that. I just know that that's the common thing that I hear. Is it just not enough damage? Does anyone know? Well, I don't have the answer, so I don't know, Kicker. Mine was just low. That's so odd. Low S, it's low S. Low damage compared to other melees. That's so weird. And then you look at it in Deep Dungeon and it's a power, but the reason why it's a powerhouse in Deep Dungeon is because it gets one of the damage traits, the trait that boosts your overall GCDs earlier than the other melees. And that's really the only reason why it's propelling above the melees for just damage. Everything equals out once you get like to 80, 90, because everyone has that trait now. So that makes sense to me in the grand scheme of things, but it's still interesting, right? Is that what happened? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Yeah, I think it was only... I think I do remember the shield getting an update. And some people were like, oh no, that's gonna affect Deep Dungeon. I'm like, no, it's not. We don't have regen up here. It doesn't do anything in Deep Dungeon. Really, is the highest at launch. Interesting. Gotcha. Like, so from my amateur knowledge of raiding, was that not what Samurai was? Wasn't Samurai selfish damage, or are they just doing something different now? Or do they just like really like dish out so much damage that it's kind of okay? Or are people just not using Samurai either? So I thought that was the problem with Samurai, that it was just selfish damage. It was just, you know, if you wanted to go big numbers, you go Samurai, but it helped it a lot. Okay. Gotcha. But DPS is insane. Interesting. So then in comparison to that, Reaper doesn't stack up to that. Interesting, okay. I kind of like Samurai. Sam has an interesting kind of kit to kind of that it has to work with. I had to sprint. Okay. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, the removal of Kaiten, I understand that, but I kind of liked it in Deep Dungeon, not gonna lie. I felt like it was a quality of life for Deep Dungeon. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Whatever you guys feel like about raiding, I have nothing to say about that, because I have no experience there. But having to use Higabana in Deep Dungeon without having to pump it up with Kaiten was kind of nice. And I know that means it probably is weaker. No, didn't they buff Higabana to make that to make that adjustment? But I always felt bad using Higabana because I had to make sure I had Kanki for that, and I'd rather be using my Kanki for anything else. But it kind of made it a little bit better for me. Reaper performs better in fights where you can pull resources. It's good in DSR, for example, because you can pull for P7. Okay. They rebalance potencies when they remove Kaiten, so it's still neutral. Well, I think what people liked about Kaiten Moldy was more the it's like the same thing if people played Heavensward Dark Knight. Like a lot of people understood why they removed Dark Arts. But it was a lot of fun to have Dark Arts, and I did enjoy having to like hit the Kaiten button and then buff up the thing and everything. So you understand that the simplification is there, but you know, I can get into another discussion about simplifying jobs. But I did actually enjoy the practicalness of Samurai because it no longer had chitin to have to weave in during Deep Dungeon. Like, that was... I did actually enjoy that. Made it feel a little smoother. Really? Hate my life. Oh, I can just rage. Okay, let's just rage. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Okay, let's go pick up the chests. I have enough, at least I have enough potsherds for the second attempt. I'm happy with that one. 31 should be enough to replenish after my attempt tomorrow. So that's my limit. I don't think I can even do a third attempt. Hey, also, by the way, I haven't mentioned this all stream. I am going to be going on vacation next week, and I'll be gone for 2 weeks. We'll be out from the 18th to about the 30th. I may be back October 1st, but it kind of depends on how I feel. So I'm trying to get that out there. I'll make a post on Twitter. I'll put it on Discord and stuff once it happens. But I'll be on vacation. Haven't really been on vacation for a while. We've been so regimented on our schedule and everything, so you know, it'd be definitely a little different. But it'll be fine. It'll be fun. And I'll talk about what the trip was when I get back. But just to make sure you guys know that. And just give you all a heads up, and I'll be back. So this is the last week for me, before I step away for a bit. Hopefully, I'll be done with Astro, because let me tell you, if I'm not done with Astro by the end of the week, I'm gonna be kind of really pissed at myself. It's just gonna be real just angry. It's just gonna be in my head the whole time. I might even find myself reviewing my own VODs when I'm on my vacation, because I need to know how to get better. It's just the whole thing. So if I can just get it done now, then I don't have to ever worry about it. It's a tall order, you know. It's like, hey, just clear Astro. What's the big deal? Yeah, well, you know. I wish I could. Try my best, dude. Just win, exactly. Just win. Hey, Martin, how you doing? Welcome in. And the week isn't tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow, exactly. Tomorrow, we're done tomorrow. You're right. Oh, this is safety, right? You're right, no, Paradox, you're right, dude. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time doing this. It's just so easy. Let's try. Is summoner damage bad, really? And that's hilarious because summoner in Deep Dungeon is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Wow. You know, summoner might have the highest damage in Deep Dungeon. Maybe even higher than Reaper, potentially, with its burst. That's interesting. Oh my god, you're gonna become a real glass cannon even more if that buff happens. Holy moly. Can you imagine? Can you imagine just walking up to like a Mimic and just blowing it up in one GCD because they get buffed so hard? I mean, that would be hilarious, but... Hey, I will be excited to return to I'm sorry, Summoner. You give me a reason to return to Summoner, I'm coming back to Summoner, man. Oh, Summoner got buffed? Yeah. Hey guys, next week we're back on Summoner. I can't wait. Give me an excuse to go back to Summoner. I love that climb. Ah, it's so much fun. Both Palace and Heaven on High, I'm in. Red Mage always gets buffed. Red Mage is Red Mage. It always gets buffed. Dancer out damages them on people. You know, Dancer felt really good, Vamp, in Palace. I was actually surprised how good it felt in Palace. Maybe that's part of the reason that it is a lot better now. Because I could feel it. Like, I really felt Dancer was like Bard-ish. Like, definitely weaker than Machinist, Bard-ish with the damage in like Shadowbringers. But man, it felt real good in Endwalker. Climbing it up in Palace. I was like, yo, this job is strong. It crushed Behemoth, you know, it's just a good job. Good choice. Will they nerf raids? Oh, they'll never nerf raids. You won't hear the end of it. It's a very rare situation that they have to nerf a raid. When's the last time they nerfed a raid? Like, severely nerfed a raid? Was that back in Alexander? When people were breaking up status because they couldn't beat, what, Pepsi Man? Was that the last time they, like, probably adjusted raids? I don't know if they ever did it for like, Omega and stuff. I need them to nerf the story. It's getting harder and harder to invite new fans to play this game. What are you talking about? You need to get better friends. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Bad joke. Light Rampant just saying. Did they change Light Rampant? Isn't that the same? They didn't change Light Rampant, did they? It's a point to prove what you. What I'm saying is that they won't adjust the. Yet. You know, I remember when they didn't they adjust Ozma in Wiping City? They made Ozma too hard, and then later on they're like, you know what? We actually like the old Ozma. Let's put it back. Let's put it in BA. And I got to experience the actual Ozma. Isn't that the timeline of how that happened? No, 8 floors from had no items? Oh my god. Well, I hope that doesn't kill. You know what? You're getting it out of the way, Sade. You're getting it out of the way so it doesn't happen later. That's the logic there. And Wiping City? I mean, that's fair. I mean, it's still not like a easy fight, right? I mean, you can still fall off everywhere. But the Ozma BA is definitely a butt clencher. Really? Okay, I mean, that's fair. Everyone has their opinion about the story. It was actually by Stormblood and Shadowbringers that I got really into it myself. Like, I was kind of okay with it, and then when I got there, I was really into it. Alright, we've done it. 50. I like to do every time we do this, guys. I want to show you the file before we do our little bit of an outro. But we're gonna keep streaming, so hang tight. You want to keep watching me stream? We're gonna keep streaming. Alright, so there we are. So this was the file we just set up in slot 1. Tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. Now, I'm gonna warn you guys, I might be a little bit late tomorrow. I got some IRL things going on the evening. So if I start a little later, that's just all it is. I will be streaming tomorrow at some point. I might be a little bit later. With that being said, tomorrow, 131 plus, it is a clear attempt. If this fails tomorrow, Tuesday, we continue this file. Thursday, we continue the continuation of that. Assuming we don't disconnect like we did on last Tuesday. So that's what's going on. But hey guys, Saturday is my flex day. I don't typically stream Saturday, so it's a little bit shorter in the 14 directory. I do appreciate you being here. Again, I'm gonna continue streaming, but we're gonna be swapping games. And but first, if you haven't, you know, follow up the Discord and Twitter where I announce to go live. YouTube channel if you want to check that out for all the content. We are going to be swapping to a game called Stars in the Trash. It is a game that's going to get released sometime next year. It's a brand new game. They described it to me as Stray. Well, let me actually read the actual subject of the email that I received. It says, and I quote, "Stray, but classic Disney vibes in all the best ways. Stars in the Trash, Tokyo Game Show demo." That's what it is. So they got Ada. How could you, dude? They got a They were in the Tokyo Game Show. They had been selected in the indie game exhibit over there, and they were sending out codes to people, and I got one. And I'm like, okay, cool. This looks cool. So we're gonna be trying it out. So if you want to see what it is all about, we'll play it right now. I'm gonna set it up. And we'll swap over to there. So again, thank you guys. If you're gonna head out, you know, if you don't want to watch the game or you were just here for 14, I thank you. I hope to see you tomorrow. And I'll catch you. But if you want to